Going over the Marisa changes, there's been a lot of mixed feedback on it. A lot of mixed opinions. People are saying that she feels weaker, or you know what, the changes she got are kind of meh. She's probably just the same. From the time I've played this character since the patch, I personally think she is stronger. She feels stronger, man. The buffs she got enhance her gameplay in ways I didn't really see just reading the patch notes. You know, if you read the patch notes, they don't really like paint the full picture of what these changes do, right? You know, we'll skip these things. Like this one right here, jumping heavy attacks, charged. The charged jumping heavy attacks. Landing recovery reduced by 3 frames. I remember I read this and I thought to myself, this is a nonsense buff. This is a quote-unquote buff, you know? Capcom does these things. They'll just randomly adjust numbers on moves and they don't end up fucking mattering. It's just a whatever. It's just a buff so that you can say your character got buffed. I thought it was going to be one of those. I didn't understand the implications. This is huge, man. This is actually huge. What this means is you can safe jump with charge heavy buttons. So previous to this patch, so season 1, you could not safe jump with charge heavies. First of all, it wasn't a true safe jump. Your opponent, if they had a 5 frame, 6 frame reversal, they could just DP out. I think a 5 frame. If they had a 5 frame reversal, they can just DP and hit you out of it. And on perfect parry, you were punishable. You were -5. So they can just back throw you. So you never went for charge heavies as a safe jump. The extra 3 frames that were removed made it so that you could actually safe jump with this. And this is insane, man. To give you a fucking example of what we're talking about here. Like, let's say previous to this, her safe jump option was jump heavy kick, right? Or jump heavy punch, whatever. Plus 11. This is pretty good because it leaves you in the perfect frame situation to either go for forward heavy kick or a command throw, right? That you couldn't press buttons afterwards. Both those options would beat the button, so it's just a strike throw essentially. But that's kind of it. You know, it's still really good, but with this, you get so much more. It's not just kind of good, it's insane. Plus 18, bro. Plus 18. I don't think I've ever seen a safe jump in Street Fighter. In any Street Fighter game, bro. That's plus 18. What does this mean? Bro, my brother, like, you could actually do real strings that you can't parry in between and just delete your opponent's drive gauge. That's all real. You can't mash through it. You can't parry through it. You have to parry this, or else you lose a bar and a half. Plus 18 also means that you can frame trap with this. Bro, this is the craziest thing. This is the craziest thing. Where's your drive mirror?
Oh yeah!
What happened to your drive bar? This right here, right? This is what makes it hella cheap. If you block plus 18, you are open to anything. Bro, plus 18, I can do this. I can legit just do a walk back and walk forward, walk back, and you're still in block stun. Or I can command throw. Like, there's a lot of options I can do. So that's one thing, right? I think that one caught me off guard because I didn't see it coming. I couldn't paint the picture. Charge stand heavy kick, or charge stand heavy punch, plus 6, plus 7, plus 4 on block. So what that means is you can combo into target combo on regular hit. That's huge. Granted, you're not going to go for a lot of these, but you know, once in a while you'll throw them out, and if they land, you actually get a real combo. Previous to that, it was plus 6, all you can do is like jab combos. It's kind of ass. But all these charged buttons, like the charge heavy buttons, have a hidden, or not hidden, but just a little sentence in there that makes him a lot stronger. That again, I couldn't really paint the picture for what this meant. After testing these options, now I understand. Proximity block trigger startup changed. So what the fuck does that even mean? And you'll see that for all her charged buttons. Bro, that means that you can't fucking walk back while she's charging. Let me give you an example. It's actually really cheap. Proximity block was pretty much removed from this game. There's a few buttons that have it, or it like drastically reduced from Street Fighter V. In Street Fighter V, proximity block was just obnoxiously strong. You'd have Urian standing like a fucking quarter-mile away from you, charge his chop up, and you couldn't walk back. Your character was stuck in blocking animation. If they start charging a button, your character is stuck in the blocking animation. You see? I can't keep walking back. Like, she's just stuck there. You're stuck there. That makes these buttons all way harder to whiff punish. If I'm like at this max range and I want to whiff punish it, I cannot. I'm stuck here. And I gotta try to go for a parry, you know? That makes these charged buttons actually usable in neutral. I mean, there's still huge perfect parry baits, but you could adjust the timing for when you release the kick. You don't always have to go for full charge or DI, or you can DI. Yeah, DI is also an option. Obviously, you got to do it pretty early. If you do it too late, then you lost the round. There was another adjustment here, another buff she got. Like a bunch of this shit doesn't really mean much. I mean, outside of her nerfs, like her level 3, she doesn't get a guaranteed checkmate afterwards, which that was the intent, but the people have already figured out a guaranteed checkmate. So if you guys don't know what that means, it's if your opponent is burnt out, you could... You know, let's say they're burnt out and they don't have super bar. Marisa's level 3 puts you in the corner instantly. You used to be able to just do that, right? If you don't have super and you're burnt out, you're fucked. That's guaranteed. You just eat a free combo. You can't, there's no timing where you can try to jump out of it, you just lose. They changed it to only plus 14 afterwards to eliminate that, but Marisa still has a route to go for the guarantee. It just costs a lot more drive bar. It costs 3 extra bars, which is pretty expensive. That's a new route. You can't mash out of it, you can't jump out of it, you lose. But it's actually a pretty big nerf because most of the time Marisa spends meter or uses her super, her drive gauge is already pretty low. Like in those situations, if your opponent is burnt out, unless you've just been mauling them, unless it's been a fucking one-sided fight, you're gonna be low on drive bar too. You know, you probably spent some drive meter to land that super to begin with. So this route is very impractical. It's not going to happen very often. It was a significant nerf for sure, but to be honest, I think it's warranted. I even called it out. I said that the only thing I can see Capcom actually nerfing, and the only thing that really does need nerfing, is that checkmate situation. It was just, it is broken, man. It was absolutely fucking broken. Your opponent, if they have no super and they are at about 2 bars of drive gauge, they lost the round if you land that level 3. The life didn't matter, you know? They could be at 100%, they could lose if they get touched. It was fucked up. And she was the only character that really had it, because she can go from corner to corner and then put you in that situation. That's fine. I was almost expecting this. The other nerf that people are feeling is her command throw. So her command throw right here, and fold, which I didn't know that was the name of her command throw. She's only plus 18 afterwards. So what that means is you can't go for... You can't go for that. Your opponent can wake up buttons and beat that. That used to be her like auto time meaty. It's not anymore. But, I mean, you still have options, man. Not that. Bad trades, but you actually get a follow-up combo from that. So it's not terrible. it sucks, but you still get something. You don't get full combo on the trade, but it's whatever. Honestly, I rarely spend drive meter after command throw. I like the damage, I like the position, and it puts me in perfect spacing for like forward hard kick to start harassing their drive meter. I don't know, I play the long game, you know? I'm not trying to fucking end the round from that one knockdown. Like, if I push my opponent in the corner, that's already a win for me. So this one, it's a nerf, but I don't feel like it's significant. It's definitely gonna nerf Marisa players that were very dependent on knockdown Oki to win. AKA all you fucking degen gamblers. I'm sorry, all you degen gamblers definitely took an L here. This is gonna suck. You're not gonna get command throw into drive rush command throw anymore. I mean, fuck, man. It's all good. It's all good. If you wanna just casino it the entire time, there's way better characters to do that with. I mean, Akuma, you have way better Oki, and you don't have to take huge gambles. And Lily's looking pretty good now too. Now those were her more noticeable nerfs. I mean, there was the one for her counter move, right? This one, I didn't see it coming. If definitely feels a little unwarranted, but I understand. So basically, if you counter DI, you no longer phase through it. So previous to the nerf, if somebody DIs you and you are able to counter through it, you boom armor through it, they're still stuck in the DI animation, and you can go for a combo. You actually go for a full combo if they DI you. So this meant that a DI against Marisa when she's burnt out, outside of a guaranteed one, by guaranteed I mean like, you know, doing a string that goes for DI with like a 2-frame gap where she can't counter because her counter is 3 frames. It was out of the question. If you DI Marisa while she's burnt out and you don't make sure it's guaranteed, like a checkmate DI, you probably lost a round. That's not the case anymore. She just breaks through the armor. She's still +2, +3 in your face, but that's nowhere near as good as getting a full combo. That was a pretty big nerf, but I feel like that nerf was targeted at, again, Gorisa. Like, Gorisa players got hurt. If your whole gameplay is to just fucking go shit out all your meter and fucking whatever, we roll, you know, like, that's fine. Like, I still have this to protect me. Like, if your whole gameplay was to just burn through all your bar, try to, you know, get as much damage as you can or kill your opponent within the first 5 seconds, because I don't fucking know, bro. You're trying to hit a gold split and you don't end up doing it, you're just burnt out, you know, you just have this to fall back on. You got fucking nerfed, man. I think this punishes players with poor meter management. The character is, I'm not going to say just the character, the game is very focused around resource management. If you suck at that and you're constantly burnt out, you shouldn't have a fucking get out of jail free card. This is still good, don't get me wrong. Like, DIing her while she's burnt out is still dangerous because, you know, she also has Gladius to deal with it, but it no longer, you know, loses you the round. So Marisa has, you know, she is more liable to just dying in burnout as before. So that change, I don't agree with it, but I can see why. Now the other, yeah, a bunch of these just don't make any fucking sense. Like jumping heavy punch from 5 to 7, this doesn't mean shit, bro. This is for modern players. Modern Marisa got buffed because modern Marisa doesn't have jump heavy kick. Modern Marisa has to use heavy punch, so it just got better. So good job for all you 5 modern Marisas out there. This one, -6 and -3, it's nice. You can use it. You can use her charge heavy kick a bit more. I've been testing it out. It is pretty good. This one is completely meaningless. Charge crouching heavy punch from -5 to -3. It means fucking nothing. You will never, ever, 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 ever go for charge crouching heavy punch on your opponent like while they're grounded. There's no fucking reason why you'd ever use this button over literally any of her other charging buttons. Why on earth? It's not like landing this gives you a bigger combo. No, bro, the reward isn't bigger. It's actually, you got a shittier combo and it's worse on block. Like, why on earth would you ever do that? This was a meaningless buff for sure. Now, one that really is insane from my testing is Superman Punch. So Phalanx got buffed. Not the hitbox, not the herp, none of that shit. No. The knockdown. So if you land a punish counter Superman Punch, you get a hard knockdown. What that means is your opponent cannot back roll. You get a stationary wake up essentially. They're just kind of stuck there. Now punish counter Superman Punch, that seems, you know, fairly situational, but it's not. Most of the time your Superman Punch is landing, it's on a punish counter. I mean, think about it. It's when you hop over a fireball, or when you hop over like a low, you know? You got a punish counter. So what she gets now is guaranteed Oki without spending meter, man. Dash up gives you guaranteed Oki. Dash up command throw is guaranteed after Superman Punch. That one was huge. Bro, this right here, this target combo, this thing right here is ridiculous. Honestly, do you guys remember when people in Japan were playing the Akuma version and we were just getting like trickle down information about the game? I remember seeing a tweet saying that Marisa can combo into level 2 from her target combo from this. I even mentioned it, how I thought that was so fucking useless. Like, why? Okay, so if you're trying to hit confirm this, why not hit confirm into, you know, into an actual combo to deal damage? That's the main benefit of this target combo. It's very easy to hit confirm, but into level 2, like needing level 2 in order to use it, I thought it was still gonna be useless. I'm like, fuck it, you know what, more than likely Marisa's gonna end up being the same, and I'm okay with it. Fuck, man, little did I know how wrong I was. Nah, this buff is ridiculous. They buffed her damage, man. This tool is as a combo extender, your damage is buffed. Everybody else, their damage is neutered. I thought Marisa was gonna get some sort of damage nerf. They buffed her damage. She gets some crazy conversions off this that she didn't have before. Like, if you mid-screen, you land this, you can go for drive rush into target combo. And after that, like you have several options from there, you know? You could go for a safe jump. That's guaranteed. You could just combo from it, or you can go for like some weird gimmicky ass, you know, setup. But she has that. The biggest one is on her stand heavy kick. This button is really good. It's slow as hell, easy to whiff punish. Like, there's a big risk in using it. You have to be very precise. Like, you can't really just start chucking it from back here and expect to be rewarded. Like, your ass is gonna get jumped in on, you're gonna get whiff punished. Like, you're gonna die, right? Like, you have to set it up. I've been using it a bit, maybe a bit too much, like previous to the patch, because I thought it was, you know, a decent option. The damage you would get from it was decent, and you'd get, you know, pretty good corner carry. Like, the combo that she would get previous was not bad. 2 bars. I mean, you don't get Oki from that. You'd have to spend a 3rd bar for Oki. So if you wanted to continue pressure, you spend 3 bars, right? 36, 3 bars. Bro, how? You can get some crazier shit too, you know? Like, if you want Let's say you want them a bit closer. Boom, right there, right? Or if you have them near the corner. Actually, no, you could even do it from like right here. Her max damage combos also got buffed. Previous, you do something like this, you know, 55-12 before the level 3. Now, my brother, that's huge. 57-87 before level 3. Not only the damage, but the corner carry, man. Look where we start. Let's say land a hit like around here, right? Come on, man. I'm loving these changes. These new combos are hella fun. I honestly think Marisa is better. Outside, you know, not to mention having a reversal, drive reversal as a wake-up option, that's definitely a buff for her. I think she's going to be eating good this patch, honestly. She'll be eating good. Gorisas have to tone it down a little bit. If y'all just focus a little bit more on your neutral and just focus on landing those big fucking hits, the character's insane. I think she's going to do really well this season.